Step right in. Through the sound and the static. One skull, one mic. One question that rattles the attic. Thrayle's lantern, bones bright as a star. If you're sure of your answers, you're already too far. Dry wind, dead road, tents made of tattered belief. Mirage of a miracle, promising relief. Skeleton showman, grins from the dune. Call in with your heaven, your haunting tune. Under the wings of light, we're calling out the sky. Is it God? Is it dust? Is it comfort? Is it trust? Every story, every sigh. Hold it up, let it fly. We question the question. Try under the wings of white. Carnival candles flicker in the phone line hum. Tell me what you worship. Tell me why it comes. Is it fear of the ending? Or a friend in the storm? Is it something that saved you? Or just a ritual? Under the wings of light, we're calling out the sky. Is it God? Is it dust? Is it comfort? Is it trust? Every story, every sigh. Hold it up, let it fly. We question the question. Try under the wings of truth starts shaking, let it shake, let it breathe. If your faith starts breaking, see what's hiding beneath. Under the wings of light, we're calling out the sky. Not to conquer, not to fight, just to look, just to lie. Night, we question the answer. Try under the wings of white.
We don't want to tear apart what you hold dear. No proving you wrong round here. But if you've got a belief in a power above, request on up, request on up.
A curious mind is a lantern at night, brave enough to see and still hold the light.
A belief may be sturdy, ancient, and tough, but bravery asks softly, is that quite enough? Some people defend what they already know. Brave people ask where the knowing might go.
The boldest question is gentle and small. What if this answer isn't the answer at all?
Bravery isn't tearing a belief apart. It's knocking politely and asking to start. So if you do have a belief in a God or a higher power or something like that in you, can question that belief. Request on up. Request on up. Request on up.
Well, that was an abrupt change. Thank you so much, Michael V, for that new segue. Love that. I also have well, we'll have to see later. But welcome everybody to the Batcolyte. Thank you, of course, for tapping the screen up 6,000 times already, almost 7. Hell yeah. Thank you guys so much. And of course, we are just getting started, so thank you guys for all the taps, all the shares, going down and hitting that bent arrow at the bottom right corner of your screen and choosing any of those options, the reposts, the But if anybody's got a belief in a God or God's higher power or anything like that, and you're courageous enough or curious enough to question that belief, go ahead and request up. I'm not looking to debate or argue. I'm not looking to tear you down or burgle your God. I really just want to know if you can question your belief. Then what is it you believe? And why do you believe it? Also, I know that I have to thank Smoke My Taco, Danny Grax. Also, looks like Cat in a Vat and Kamikaze Co-Pilots. Thank you guys so much for helping with the goal. You guys are amazing. Uh-oh. Even clearer, you said. Oh, I see what it might be. I moved my soundboard away from me so that it wasn't cluttering my area. I barely use it except to fade the music in and out. And, yep, it had a few settings turned on I didn't need. That should be better. And I think we do have a guest. Let's see if one of these requests is still there. Well, that's one phantom of the queue. Let's see what else we have. Hello, Lil. Can I get your age for TikTok TOS?
Yeah, I'm 26, bro.
And do you have a belief in a God or God's higher power or anything like that?
Yeah, I believe in the Lord Almighty.
Which Lord Almighty is that?
The one true living God. who was
Which
and is
one
and is to
true
come.
God is that?
The King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Prince of Peace, Alpha Omega.
Are you speaking of Marduk?
No, I rebuke Marduk. Jesus Christ is Lord.
Oh, I see. So you're saying that you're a Christian. You believe the Bible.
Yeah, I believe in the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Hallelujah.
Have you read the Bible?
Yeah, I try to read it every day.
Have you read it from beginning to end?
No, not front to back,
Why not?
because that's not how I'm reading it.
Yes, I was asking why.
Yeah, because that's not how I read it.
Is there a reason you want to answer why?
Because that's not the way I'm reading it. I'm not reading it from front to back. I'm not reading it like a storybook.
Why not?
Because that's not the way I read the Bible.
Let me
Have
ask
you
you a
read?
question, little
Yeah, go ahead.
homie.
Go ahead.
Why did you request to be on this panel?
You said if anybody believes in,
A
a
God
God.
or God's higher power or anything like that, and can question that belief.
So
See
I'll
the
tell you this. I'll tell
question
you
above
this.
me? See the question above me?
Yeah, I'll tell you this. This is why I
Can you
joined.
question your belief?
This is why I joined.
Nope. I'm not here to be preached at. If you're capable of questioning your belief, you'd be capable of answering that question without a preface for what was about to be, I'm sure, some kind of sermon or condescending, disrespectful statement. If you're actually capable of being respectful, joining for the prompt and not just to preach at me, then you're welcome to request back up. Steven says, I'm still having volume issues. I think this is about as loud as I can get. I maybe try to get a little louder. I think if I turn this knob anymore, it makes me quieter. Yep. That is about as loud as we get. Yeah, the gain knob here is really finicky, but that's what we got. Oh, okay, well, little homie would like to come back. Maybe he can answer the questions, and we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not here to be disrespectful.
Okay, so you're here
Preach
to
at- or to preach at
respond
you.
to the... Okay, well, then you'll wait for me to finish speaking. You're here to respond to the prompt, then? Can you question your beliefs?
So this is what I was gonna say. I did question my
So
beliefs.
you can't question now?
Well, why would I?
Okay, so if you're not interested in questioning your beliefs, why would
So
you
I'm
request to be on
telling
my
you I
panel?
did.
I was still
To tell you that
speaking.
I did.
I noticed that you like to talk while I'm speaking. Is there a reason why you're being so disrespectful?
You're not letting me speak. So
You're about to preach at me or tell me how you used to question and don't question now. I'm not interested in you not questioning.
So
If
you
you're
want to bring
capable of-
people away from their faith? Is that what you're trying to do? Is that what you're attempting to do?
No. I'm here to speak to people.
'Cause if
That's
that's it-
disrespectful. I think you should go read 1 Peter 3:15 and recognize what a hypocrite you are. Yeah, I don't like to be spoken over by children who haven't even read their fucking Bibles. We had another request. No, AI, you got it wrong. Not a debate. That's what happens when idiots start talking over people. The AI thinks we're debating. We're not debating. It says so right there. And, oh, that's my seat. There we go. That's better. Wow, Papachulo, you really seem to be eager to preach about Odin in the comments. That's really fucking weird. Is that a decree in your Havamal, is to go preach the word of Odin at people? You realize you seem obsessed. If you're capable of questioning your belief in Odin, feel free to request up. I'm not here to debate or take that faith away. I just want to know if you can question it. What is it that you believe, and why do you believe it? Yeah, Papachulo, what you're doing right now is what Christians do. You are sermonizing in my comments. I actually don't allow preaching in the comments, so if you're capable of questioning your beliefs or having a coherent dialogue, then, you're welcome to request up or comment away. But the more that begins to look like preaching, the more likely you and those comments will disappear. I've never met, I've never met a street corner Norse pagan preacher before. It's kind of fucking weird to have one in the chat. I don't think anyone said Ratatoskr, but maybe that's the street corner Norse pagan preacher. A giant squirrel running up and down a tree, talking shit. There's always more music we could... Oh, catch up. It is. You're right. It is Thursday. That must be what it is. I've known a lot of Norse pagans, though. They don't tend to preach more on Thursday than they do on Woden's Day or Friday. Is it Frey's Day? I think it might be time for more music. If we don't have a guest, if there's nobody who does have a belief in a god or gods, a higher power or something like that, who's curious enough or courageous enough to question that belief, then, we could always throw on some more jams. I know I got another really good one from Michael V today. Well, there were a few there, but there was definitely one that stuck out. Oh, is that a guest?
Hello.
07. Can I get your age for TikTok, TOS?
26, 216, 2000.
And do you have a belief in a god or gods, higher power, or anything like that?
Yes.
And what god do you believe in?
It's hard to say. I mean, for me, it's more or less that I am somehow still alive.
What does that have to do with believing in a god?
Well, according to specific human interaction, I should not still be alive.
According to specific human interaction, what do you mean?
Like human terminology.
You said you should not. What do you mean should?
Well, I've experienced things that most would die experiencing.
You say most would,
Yes.
but some wouldn't.
Yes.
So nothing impossible.
Well, for specific people, yes.
For you.
Well, apparently, because I'm still here. There has to be some type of central source of wisdom and understanding to be able to navigate near-death experiences.
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, because
said
you're fucking stupid,
stop.
clearly.
So you're just up here to be disrespectful.
I guess.
and
Goodbye.
arrogant. So you can fuck off and never come back.
All right, but
Goodbye, you piece of shit. That's probably the thing. That word right there. I just did it again. Yep. I'm just waiting for it. Some people have no fucking place in public. Stop doing shit like that. Don't be drunk on my panel. And don't be an asshole when I just ask questions. What the fuck is wrong with you? Kamikaze, I don't. I imagine he survived getting out of bed, or he survived drinking too much, or he survived some kind of, I don't know, doing something stupid to himself, but not doing it enough. Right. He survived tying his shoes. It looks like I'm leering at the panel, but there's a wall, a curtain, too close. You can see it come into frame sometimes. That curtain is way too close. It's driving me batty. What were we doing before that horrible human being came up and tried to be a horrible human being to us? Oh yeah, we were going to listen to an awesome song. I think that's what we're going to do still. Except you can hear me shuffling everything I do. Oops. There we go, AI. That's almost right. Look at that, a discussion on questioning beliefs and spiritual experiences. Nice.
Are you brave enough to wonder while the coffee gets cold? Are you brave enough to question every story you've been told? Do you believe in something bigger, something sparkly, something true, something out beyond the ceiling that's been keeping tabs on you? Question it, give it a poke. Is it all just smoke? Question it, don't be scared to try. The bravest thing your brain can do is ask the big old why. Can you question your beliefs, kid? Give them just a little squeeze. Do they rattle? Do they giggle? And do they wobble at the knees? Do you believe in God or something, something higher, warm and wide, something bigger than your lunchbox, something patient deep inside? Question it, give it a poke. Is it solid? Is it wiggly? Is it all just smoke? Question it, don't be scared to try. The bravest thing your brain can do is ask the big old why. Request on upward, holler hard into the sky. Even holy things don't mind, dear, if you're brave enough to try. Question it, give it a poke. Is it solid? Is it wiggly? Is it all just smoke? Question it, don't be scared to try. The brave Yeah. Step in. Close
Hey,
got a skeleton man in a hand-built shed. Chalk on the walls, old thoughts all shed. Skull grin wide, no shame, no dread. Says hang up your halo, hat your cred. Dust on the Bible, dust on the Quran. Dust on that vision board, tarot in your palm. You don't rip it from you, just taps your arm. Can it stand in the storm? If I pull this yarn, he got shells full of why, drawers full of how, mugs full of quiet. You can sit right now. Tax on the board, threads map your vow, red line to the thing that you won't write down. He asked when you pray who you talking to. If they switch that name, would you still feel truth? If the rules all change, would the love come through? If the crowd went home, would it still be you in the shed with the skeleton man? Lay your faith on the table if you can. Can you walk out naked in your mind like that? If the ground got shaken, would you still stand back in the shed with the skeleton man? He the brushes off dust from your plans. Can you set that basis down in your hands? Say, I don't know, I'm still not cracked. He say, look, I ain't here to snatch your light. I'm here to see if you shine when I cut the hype. Flip through chapters, rituals, rites. Ask, is this love or you scared of the night? You were born in a place where this God got praise. If you slid one border, would it all just change? Same sun, same lungs, same veins. So what made that voice in your head sound strange? He posed little questions like bones on a tray. Would you still choose this if no one stayed? If heaven was quiet, just dirt and decay. Is kindness enough for you passion and faith? You can feel old answers start creaking. Loose like a floorboard bending under finally truth. He don't laugh, don't clap, just nod at the proof. Every belief that lives can't handle the bruise in the shed with the skeleton man. Lay your faith on the table if you can shake it. Would you still stand back in the shed with the skeleton man? He just brushes off dust from your plans. Can you set that basis down in your hands? Say, I don't know, it's still not cracked. Say, maybe there's a maker, maybe just mad. Maybe both dancing in the same cold fact, but if fear is the engine, you gon' crash. Love is the language you can learn. Relax, so he sits, no robe, no robes on a chair, just a rib cage drum, heartbeat of the air. You confess, I'm afraid there's nothing there. He replied, now we starting from a place that's bare in the shed with the skeleton man. Lay your faith on the table if you can. Can you walk out naked in your mind like that? If the ground got shaken, would you still stand back in the shed with the skeleton man? He just brushes off dust from your plans. Can you set that basis down in your hands? Say, I don't know, and still not cracked.
hey, you got me? 1, 2, testing.
We hear you. Can I get your age for TikTok TOS?
28.
And do you have a belief in a god or gods, higher power, or anything like that?
Catholic, Roman Catholic, to be specific.
And have you read your Bible from beginning to end?
Yeah, no.
Why not?
Went to Catholic school as a kid and all that. I believe that answers it.
Went to Catholic school is why you didn't read your Bible?
I went to school, but like they didn't force us to read the whole thing, you know what I mean?
Is it important to you? Do you think the Bible is true?
I think the morals and values are important.
How would you know the morals and values if you haven't read it?
Kind of agree with the majority of the 10 Commandments, in my opinion.
The 10 Commandments.
Of Catholic, yeah. Yeah, sure. I ain't busting your balls or anything. I'm willing to discuss and have a friendly conversation and all that.
Right. So, you haven't read the Bible. Do you believe the stories from the Bible to be true?
Goddamn sure hope so.
You goddamn sure hope so.
Yeah. Ooh. I would like to think everything that I learned through religion and all that actually happened. But I'm not an idiot.
Fascinating. I didn't remove him. That was strange. Well, I wonder if his phone just unlocked or something. It normally wouldn't happen that abruptly, though. It'd go quiet for a while. I know it wasn't you, Dragon. I didn't get a mod notice. He just disappeared. Well, I mean, he was a ghost the entire time. I don't know, heretical. He's Catholic. We figured that out. Catholic. Majestic says that my audio is pretty quiet. Okay, you're the second person to notice, and I've done what I can here. I can think of maybe one other thing that might get me louder. Nobody kicked you, MJ. You literally left mid-sentence. I didn't hit any buttons. I didn't remove you, and no mod removed you. You just left.
Bro, I wasn't. I didn't mean to leave or anything. I don't know what the fuck I pressed.
I don't know.
No.
So you're
Yeah,
Catholic.
I'm
You
Roman
went to
Catholic.
Catholic school.
Yeah. We were talking.
Yeah.
I don't know what I don't know what happened.
I'm talking now, so you might let me finish. So you're Catholic. You went to Catholic school. You didn't read the Bible, and you hope. You goddamn hope so that everything is true. Do you believe that the 6-day creation from Genesis 1 is true?
I'll be honest. I'm like the foreigner at the DMV. I got no idea what that is.
You didn't read the first chapter of the first book?
Can I ask you a question?
You can, but I probably won't answer it, especially if it has nothing to do with you questioning your beliefs.
Oh, no, I'm just asking. Did you go to Catholic school?
No, why would I?
Your parents force you? I mean, like, that's how everyone goes to a fucking school, you know what I'm saying?
Right, so...
I just want to clarify that.
Right. But I didn't go to Catholic school, but I have read the Bible. Does it matter to you if the Bible is true or not?
The grand scheme of things, I hope it is. Other than that, I mean,
hope that
we all die. Like, what are we going to do after?
You hope that the God presented in the Bible exists?
I'm not sure what you just said. I'm sorry. Sorry for interrupting, but I'm not sure what you just said.
How drunk are you?
Not really. No, there's like a awkward echo coming through.
Wait, before... Okay, if you don't know the creation story, then what the fuck were they teaching you in Catholic school?
Truthfully, computers. Like, they didn't really teach us much about church.
Then why do you believe in the God?
I mean, what else is there? I mean, what do you want to be an atheist and believe in absolutely fucking nothing? I don't mean to go on a rant. I mean, I understand this is a conversation for everyone, but leaving nothing, I just find
Okay,
it.
so then stop talking if you don't mean to go on a rant. Go ahead, Kat.
Are the only options atheism or Catholicism? Are there no other options?
No, there's plenty of options. I mean, everyone is given their own right. I imagine we're all American here, but everyone's given a right to pick whatever they want to do. It's just, I'm Catholic, so I'm picking that ride. But
Are you picking that ride because your parents sent you to Catholic school?
100%.
Is that a good reason to pick that?
What's a good reason to pick a different religion then?
I didn't say there was a good reason to pick any religion. I'm asking
that was
you
my
if that's a
counter.
good reason for you to pick that.
When I compare other religions, I think Catholic is better than the others.
Why are you countering questions? You said that was your counter. Are you trying to argue? Debate?
Not really. It was more just a question for her.
You cut out there, Kat.
Oh, I just said that I'm not here to answer his questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know what.
So, does your entire criteria for what is true rely on what your parents made you do?
I would like to think the majority of my decisions in life has been off my Catholic belief.
What belief?
But
what is the actual belief? I mean, if you haven't read the Bible and you admitted your Catholic schooling was just computers and not church stuff, then what is your actual belief? Is it just a club you belong to that you don't really know the story or
like that? Yeah, you might be right.
What's the point of joining a club if you're not going to read the handbook?
Who am I answering to right now?
Whoever asks you a question.
Well, no, you asked me a question. She asked me one. I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
So then don't.
We're having a civilized conversation.
Right. We're all having civilized conversation. She asked you a
question. You asked me one, she asked me one.
Over me, and yeah, you answered mine, and then she asked you one, and now you're talking over me like you don't understand how adults converse. You don't understand that you should wait till the other person's finished. So why don't you actually respond to her question
fucking
instead of being condescending?
Fuck you. You're a fucking scumbag. Yeah,
so
kick me.
You're getting blocked. You'll never be in this live again. That's absolutely disgusting, abhorrent behavior. And I hope that I never cross paths with you again. Fucking disgusting.
Alright, I might have to do it. I don't know if I did.
You cut out there, but I think you tried to apologize. You had nothing to apologize for. You didn't do anything wrong.
No, I said, yeah, no, I know. I might have beat you to it. That's what I was apologizing for.
Yeah.
Like, why? Why? Why was that necessary?
Well, people have to come up and, I handled that, Durgon. Thank you, though. Yeah. People want to come up and express their bigotry in the name of Jesus. I find it strange. It's really weird. Especially when they don't know who Jesus is or haven't read his book. It's really fucking weird.
No, right. Ain't no creation.
King Falcon says, haven't heard any good questions lately. Well, we haven't had a guest who is
Guess
sober
you haven't been
enough
hanging
to-
around here.
Right. We haven't had a guest sober enough to ask questions beyond finding out how drunk and bigoted they are.
No, today has been eaten. I'm sorry.
That is the weird thing there, Durgon. He hopes it's all true, but he hasn't read a word of it. How can he hope anything is true if he doesn't know what he's hoping is true? Do we have another request? Maybe.
Durgon's got jokes.
No music. Well, I can fix that track. It's there, it's just quiet. I definitely hear it now. I think that's what we need is someone pleasant. There's somebody pleasant. Look at that. I found us someone pleasant.
You.
Doing pretty good.
I thought that you were going to say that we needed the cat theme song, but Brad is good too.
Brad is good too. We can play the cat theme song. I haven't played the cat theme song yet, have I?
No, I encouraged it last night, but we can listen to it again. It's never going to get old.
So, I haven't had time to do it yet, but I'm thinking I'll take a bar or two from several of these songs and make buttons.
Oh.
Because right now my buttons are kind of,
Those would be much better than the buttons you currently
that
have.
the universe was created by God. Big Bang.
Case in point.
yeah, my buttons right now are kind of mean. So maybe not the best buttons to use.
So I have a good story for after that. After I published just the first Spicy Gospel, I took a copy to Welfare Square to the church missionaries that are kind of the homeless outreach people.
You took a copy of your Spicy Gospel.
Yeah, to the missionaries, to my boss, the corporate office, you know.
I love Brad so much. Just everything about you is wonderful.
I gave all of my family members a copy. It was funny.
What did they think of the Spicy Gospel?
But they mostly just did not comment on it, but that's good. I don't know. Christmas time, I gave them all little crystal balls, and like all my sisters just left them at my mom's house.
You are the funniest person on the planet.
Stop it, W. Cat.
And like,
have you read
in
any
such
of his
a
book?
like, no, I have not read his book. I am aware of the book. I would love a copy. I will end up buying one eventually.
He put a link in the Discord. It is still in the social media links.
Perfect. I am very interested in it, and also you are so like genuinely funny. Like you mean it, you know? You're like, what? They're just some crystal balls. Like, it's fine. It's hilarious. Like your attitude about these actions makes them funnier.
The old desert fathers, maybe they taught me. I don't know.
The old desert fathers.
Next time I go to Utah, I am absolutely taking brunch to lunch. I can't wait for that. That's gonna be so fun.
W. I like it.
Should. Okay.
I mean, we can. If we start questioning him, though, he's just gonna disappear. So.
We hit a spot.
I try not to.
No, I love that you do that. I love that you just come up and you answer some questions really honestly, and then you're like, okay, bye. It's great. It's wonderful.
Exchange of energy is exhausting, so just look for where there's less butterflies, maybe.
Oh, Heretical. Oh my god, Heretical is my probably my fave right now here recently because he wrote that song.
Because he wrote a song about me.
A really good song about me.
I can change that to be your not favorite very, very quickly.
Well, I mean, you could, but like, I don't know why you would. You could write a really mean song about me. I'd probably like that too, though.
That's the Martian Fire Yeti rap had you in it.
I have to listen to it.
Yes,
it was very aggressive.
I have played it here once. I might play it again. I may have to go through and play some of a bunch of the character songs back to back. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, I did 2 Hammies, 2 Morgans, and a Noctis, and a cat. I think that's all I've done so far.
I do like the Notorious HAM. I like that one.
I like that one. Oh, I did the Batitude one as well.
Hell yeah. Love the Batitude one.
Yeah, then it might be Ketchup did the Crows and Hammy.
The Drippings.
Yeah. I wasn't sure about that one.
The Drippings?
That's what it's called.
Yep.
I don't ever listen to them before I hear them on the live, so like I'm always.
It once on the live. I don't know if I'll play it again.
Did you get that one that I sent you directly?
Yes, I did. I have listened to it. I'm not sure I'm going to play that one on the live either.
Yeah, I wasn't like, I was like, Morgan, I don't think he's going to play this one. And she's like, no, but it's funny. And like, yeah, but we'll just keep it there.
Yeah, it's fun when we know the people we're singing about can take the joke. It might be another thing if they're in an interesting phase of questioning.
Interesting is a word you can use for that.
I'm trying to be vague. Hell yeah. We got a Megan LaFay.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm alright. I was released early from the Fen Live.
Released early?
Mm-hmm. Well, it ended, but that's...
One of your versions. I did like it.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. It was good. I have a lot of songs I could play, and still, I think there are a few that I have not played on the air yet. I don't know which ones. There's so many. I don't know which ones I have and haven't played.
I was telling Michael V that he started something when he started posting songs. I'm like, oh, this is a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and he had some new ones today too. They're really good.
This one, that one that you played a little while ago was so good.
Yeah, The Bravest Question is really good. He's got 2 versions of that, and they're different. They're not like the same lyrics with different style. They're different songs, and they're good.
Yeah, that was really, really good. I liked it a lot. I scrolled on him playing his guitar the other day. That was fun.
Oh, Ketchup points out that Curious Skeleton has a lot of shout-outs. It does. Curious Skeleton is a good song. I do like that one. Is that where we are? Are we so absent believers that we're gonna start a mile-long playlist? Because I can.
Well, Morgan has a theme song, and I have a theme song, and yeah. There's lots of Thrayle theme songs.
I think The Curious Skeleton sounds like a children's book.
That's a great merch idea that you should put in the Discord.
That is a merch idea I could put in the Discord. It's mine, Ketchup. Fuck off.
That would be so, like, that wouldn't be hard to do either. That'd be fun.
Playlist till 4 a.m. I am going to have to end the live early today. I'm still debating in my mind whether I'll come back for a late morning live after the things I have to do, but I have some things I'll have to do earlier than usual today.
I think you should just do your things and then take a nap afterwards.
Probably.
So then we can have our nighttime live.
Why are you yelling?
Who hurt you?
You're telling me no.
Have you met me? I have like 15 fucking slides of just different no's.
Just no.
I love Morgan's giggle throughout the whole thing.
I can't help it. It's funny.
I didn't do that as smoothly as I'd hoped. I'm going to queue up a song or two, and then maybe, I guess, we'll request in that time. Maybe. Hell yeah.
A skeleton lights a lantern and invites the bats in soon. Tell me what you're certain of. Tell me what you know. Tell me why you hold it close and if you'd let it go. No shouting in this tavern, just a question and a chair. 1,000 wandering thoughts arrive and leave a little clearer there. In the glow of the Batcolyte, where the late night thinkers meet, the curious skeleton asks us what belief lives at your feet. Hamsters tossing movie quotes, cats got frogs that keep the beat. Keeper guards the library while Ketchup finds his seat. It's bats and questions in the night till the morning sun appears. Just strangers chasing honesty between the laughs and ears. Amy fires a one-liner sharp enough to split the air. Half a joke and half a jab, but kindness hiding there. Cat in a vat from islands where the frogs sing backup choir. Patient like a midnight tide, poking truth into the fire. And the keeper drifting through the halls of every wandering stream. Morgan left there with gentle eyes, guarding questions and a dream. And if you wander and uncertain, you might find a place to stay, where nobody demands your answer, just the courage to say. In the glow of the Batcolyte, where the late night thinkers meet, the curious skeleton asks us what belief lives at your feet. Hamsters tossing movie quotes, cats got frogs that keep the beat. Keep a guards the library while Ketchup finds his seat. I showed up with a username, sticky, sweet, and red. They called me Ketchup, laughing as the questions filled my head. It maybe changed. Funny how a simple thought can rearrange the brain. I watched the VOD the next day, thinking back on what we said. Turns out curiosity is the best road in your head. Bats in the rafters, pomegranates rolling, squirrel Jesus somewhere probably trolling, GoPros blinking, low keepers keeping while the rest of the world is quietly sleeping. In the glow of the Batcolyte, where the strange ideas convene, the curious skeleton smiling from somewhere off screen. Hamsters laughing at a quote, cats, frogs croak in between. Keeper says brush your teeth now like a wizard or a queen. And the night keeps asking softly what we think and why we do. A skeleton with questions and a sky full of bats and truth.
Circle of salt, candles in four corners, ink, ash, and blood on the parchment. I speak on her name. Rose drag dust in the catacombs. I can sew skulls like telephones. Flip old toms like I'm scrawling home. Every line I land out, I was born to own. Cool strip scripts like I split the moon. I make goons move, let the glitz balloon. Ash cool mapped out every phantom war. Morgan did that, keeper of the law. She got footnotes on the dragon breath. Cross-reference every kind of death. Knows which king slept where the crown got bent. Who lied in Latin in a royal tent. She can type the year to see first rows. Name each cranking by his childhood woes. Reads one thread in the tapestry's core. Sees your grandson's face in your father's war. Morgan F.A. Keeper of the law. Say her name. Stacks of the past. Reaching through the door. She turned one page. In the ages roar. Ask about tomorrow. She shows you before. Morgan F.A. Master of the story. In a grip. Whole world's in a glory. From beach to battle. From rot to rebirth. She got every secret that ever touched earth. I'm the old man, staff as a lightning rod. She the index, cross-link, sighting gods. Ask me a spell, I consult the mind. She got footpaths paved through the fault line. Knows which swamp keeps the sleeping saint. Which saint's halo was chipped with paint. Can quote what the banshee screamed last fall. And a tongue that rust ate off the wall. She got files, all packets in the attic dust. Signed witness slips from the ones you trust. Vampire variant 3, hate-seater. Footprint photos of a shy sea snake. Chart of the bend when the coastlines break. Every saga catalog, cross-check twice. Index card hero, but morally ice. Morgan Lefay, keeper of the law. Keeper, stacks of the past. Reaching through the door. She turned one page. In the ages roar. Hear 'em roar. Ask about tomorrow. She shows you before. Morgan Lefay, master of the story. Runs in a grip. Whole world's in a glory. So don't is the best that ever touched earth. Hey. She don't guess. She cross checks every omen, every hex. Past in the left palm, future in the right. She don't cast spells. She just cites. Oh, Morgan Lefay, keeper of the law. Say it. Stacks of the past, reaching through the door. She tore a page. In the ages roar. Ask about tomorrow. She shows you before.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Sorry for the noise. Hell yeah. We had a guest in the queue, and I thought for sure they were about to come up, but yeah. Phantomed again.
There's a song for that.
There is a song for that. I had a different song queued up, and I actually canceled that song because we had a guest in queue. And I'm kind of.
Can we listen to that one?
Yeah, we're going to listen to that one. You know what it is.
Yeah.
At the side says this glass half empty, wasn't asked if it could be. She lists every flaw in the cracks of the walls, turns a yes into a maybe, then a maybe into prove it to me. Cat in a bag, what a drag, what a fact. She asks not what it is, only what it's not, what it's not. Every answer that you give, she's already forgot, but she can question you to pieces on the spot. Yeah, cat in a bag, yeah. She's all that I've got, this perpetual complaint that I can't shut off. She'll roll her eyes and pick your whole life apart. Cat in a bag. Cat in a bag heart. She says to find that, then define what it ain't. Scribble circles in the margins till your patience fades. Every fine, whatever, is a loaded strap. She'll say sure, I guess, to file 100 doubts in her head. Cat in her bag, what a drag, what a fact. She asks not what it is, only what it's not, what it's not. Every answer that you give, she's already forgot, but she can question you to pieces on the spot. Yeah, cat in a bag, yeah. She's all that I got, this perpetual complaint that I can't shut off. She'll roll her eyes and pick your whole life apart. Cat in a bag. Cat in a bag heart. You call it overthinking, she calls it being awake. You call it always whining, she calls it spotting every fake. She doesn't need a reason to put you on the stand. She just tilts her head and you confess more than you planned. Cat in a bag, what a drag, what a fact. She asks not what it is, only what it's not, what it's not. Every answer that you give, she's already forgot, but she can question you to pieces on the spot. Yeah, cat in a bag, yeah. She's all that I've got, this perpetual complaint that I can't shut off. She'll roll her eyes and pick your whole life apart. Cat in a bag. Cat in a bag heart.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That was fucking sick. I haven't heard that yet.
So dope, isn't it?
I love it so much.
Speaking of cats,
Oh no.
Well, hello, Kat.
Hey,
It's been a while. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are
Can you remind me your age for TikTok TOS?
I'm 35.
Thank you, Mira the Hippie, for the guitar. That was awesome. You said 35. Do you have a belief in a god or gods or a higher power or anything like that?
I was raised Southern Baptist, and now I am I would consider myself a Pastafarianist.
Do you believe that the flying spaghetti monster actually exists?
I believe that the flying monster spaghetti is as valid as Jesus Christ. Like
But do you think either of them actually exist?
no.
Why don't you believe in a god?
Because I don't believe that a god would be so punishing. I don't think that it's like I've gone through trying to figure out what Christianity is and how it fits into I just I hate that I don't have the words to say to denounce the way that Christianity really effed me up.
Yes, Brad, you can ask a question.
What up, Kat?
Hi.
Like the picture. Anyway, I guess I'm wondering what this Pastafarianism, I don't know the word. What does it do for you in your life? Like, what's the tactical use of the belief? I guess that's enough question for now. But how do you use?
It makes sense to me that it's a googly monster up in the world that contributes everything. Like that makes as much sense to me as if there were a higher lord that would be resigning over everything. I'm not the best at explaining things.
Hey, Kat, just one more quick question. Is there any equivalent of Gethsemane in Pastafarianism, I don't know. Like you said connection to everything or Lord over all things, like that just takes it right to Gethsemane for me, because that's connection to all things, like a omni quantum entanglement. So I don't know, like how do you view that now?
Cause I don't think I know that much about Festingism.
Oh, sorry, Gethsemane. I'm just wondering, like, did you just replace Christ with noodles? What, what did you lose? What did you keep?
Great question.
I was very confused for a long time. When I first read the Christian Bible, and it didn't make sense to me. So I'm
5 lucky viewers. 4 now can claim that box up at the top and get a super fan on Hammy. Thank you, Hammy. 3 left. Sorry, Cat. Do you feel like you have put noodles in place of Jesus? Is it giving you the same kind of comfort that Jesus would have?
I think so. I'm still trying to figure that out. I thought I understood. I don't think I will ever understand existence, nor religion. And I think that's something that I will always look for and seek.
W Cat. Thank you. Thanks for like tolerating my questions. You're cool.
Do you need to understand existence?
I don't think I need to understand. I think I want to understand.
Why?
Because I exist, but I exist inside of my own, I call it my bubble, my own bubble. And I'm
What do you mean?
able to, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just asking, like, what you mean by you exist in your own bubble.
I exist in my own It sounds so stupid when I say it out loud.
It's okay. We're not gonna think that or we're not, yeah, no, don't worry. It's okay.
I exist inside my own bubble. I know this. I can touch my arm and say, I'm touching my arm, and then my arm says, I'm being touched. Does that make sense?
So is your bubble your body?
I think so.
Okay, so you know that you exist inside your body. So, how does that relate into the things that you experience? Like, how do you relate that to the experience outside of your body, everything happening around you?
I try to start like really simply, like I touch one thing. I sound like an idiot when I say it out loud.
You really don't.
No, you really don't.
Like I touch like I take my pointer finger and I touch something and I've touched that thing.
Okay. So, when you say you want to understand existence, what does that mean? Because it sounds like you've kind of explained it to me, like the way you just said it, right? Very simply broken down, right? That is existence. We exist inside our bodies and we interact with things.
Right.
So what else are you looking to understand?
So like when someone tells me like if I want to touch I know that is not something I should touch. So how do kids learn, or how do younger people learn that is not something they should be touching?
Kind of depends on the person, right? Some people can just be told that they shouldn't touch it. Some people have to learn it for themselves. It's so you're wondering about like cognition.
I think so.
Like how our brains work and how we learn things and why we act the way we do. Mm-hmm. Those are great questions, and that's a great, like, really interesting area. We know a lot of things about the brain, and we also don't know a ton about the brain, like how it all works really. But there is like research that you can do, and things you can read about to like get down to the basic questions, the one that you seem to be asking. There are answers for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm really curious about. Like, I don't know how far back the thought of like me touching something that's hot and being told, no, don't touch that. Don't touch that. It's hot. And I've been asking my mom, and she's like, I don't know. And my mom was on Schmugs.
Is it about like touching a hot thing, or is it just about like your memory and how you learned things and is that, do you understand what I'm asking?
I think I want to learn more about because I tend to do things that are dangerous, and someone's like, don't do that. And I'm like, no, it's fine. I got it. And it's typically...
Your questions are about your behavior. Is that correct?
I would say so. Yeah.
And why you behave the way that you do.
Yes.
Have you talked to like a therapist ever?
I have.
That might, and I know like not all therapists are great and not all therapists work for everybody and all that good stuff, but I think that is probably at least a good place to start if you're trying to understand more about like your own behavior and the way your own brain works and why you do the things you do.
Okay.
Kat, I appreciate you coming up here. It was good to see you again. I do hope that you keep asking questions. I think we're going to move on to the next guest, though. I hope you take care.
All right, you too.
We'll
Thanks
see
for
you
having me.
again. Absolutely. And we can...
She was delightful.
Absolutely. I was going to say, we can definitely throw some W's in the chat for Kat. She's actually been up here several times before, and even back when I had more of an open panel, we used to question quite a bit. I think there are some questions that she should take away, and I hope we see her again soon. It's good to see you, Kat.
Hi.
Hello. Is it Cease?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, Cease. Can I get your age for TikTok TOS?
19.
What year were you born?
2006.
Do you have a belief in a god or gods, higher power, or anything like that?
Yeah, so just like to say I've been here before. I've talked to you guys. And previously I've said I'm agnostic, but I would say that I think it's reasonable an ultimate cause exists now. I still am agnostic to the common religious beliefs. But yeah, I would say it makes reasonable sense that some form of beginning abilities in ways.
When you say ultimate cause, why do you believe there is some ultimate cause?
Well, I believe that reality can be seen as a causal chain, like determinism, and that suggests to me that there would be some cause that starts that causal chain. Now,
what would its cause be?
So it could be a plethora of things, right? Like like something that is beyond time, or something that is simply always existing in time, or it could be something that
Something can always exist. Why couldn't this causal chain simply always exist?
Well, I would say that it makes intuitive sense that there is a start.
Why?
I would say because I don't know, it just seems like reasonable to me that you have some form of a start. And by the way, what you're saying is definitely a possibility that I'm not saying isn't out of question. I just imagine a start, and that might be just
Isn't it that whatever start you imagine will have to have been infinite? Or something eventually is going to, down the chain, become some infinite thing?
Well, I can imagine something that's beyond time and
What does that mean,
create this
beyond
causal
time?
chain. Something that isn't like linear in existence.
How do you know time's linear?
Well, just from the idea of causal chain, right? That like one state after the other.
Sorry, Thrayle, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay. If something is outside of time, what makes you think that it can interact with time?
I'm not sure. It's just a idea. It's not something I have like scientific grounds to explain, but I feel like it's a possibility.
So you believe there is possibility that something outside of time could have caused time to begin?
Yes.
Why could time have not been infinite?
It could be. That's another possibility, yes.
If time is infinite, then why would you need a cause or a god?
Well, then wouldn't it suggest that something either like created the scenario for which our universe and just reality became? And of course, it could also be said that like matter and stardust was before the Big Bang. Whatever existed before the Big Bang was. That's also another possibility that I would agree that exists.
What is it that makes you think that there should be any I've already asked it that way. What benefit do you gain?
Zero. I mean, whether one does or doesn't, the way I describe ultimate cause is just like the reason why, this Big Bang and chain of events started. I almost see it as what it could simply be like a rock that happens to by chance cause a domino effect, and it would not affect me. Or it could, be something sentient, but that wouldn't necessarily cause me to show devotion just simply off of it being something that created me. So I would say I'm impartial to that unless I know what scenario it's actually in.
So what is the actual belief? I suppose it sounds more like you just have an inclination that there should be a cause, but that you're open and unsure of what any cause could be.
Well, just belief wise, I see it. I guess you're right, as an inclination or just my. It just seems reasonable to me, more so than the other options, simply because just like the causal reality be existing. And I'm not saying that there aren't it's not like this evidence is evidence for absence of something that isn't, I guess, intuitive in the causal way. But I guess pragmatically, I think this just seems most reasonable with how reality is.
Most reasonable. Why do you believe that this is most reasonable?
Well, I feel like it's intuitive, right? That something causes something, like a billiard ball hitting another, a cue ball is causing another ball to go wherever it does. Just how you are speaking and it's causing me to respond. I feel like it makes intuitive sense that something starts that chain.
Do you think that it makes intuitive sense that there has to be a beginning or a, like, you know, first cause, because you don't know about anything that doesn't have a beginning?
I'm sorry, I really got lost in that sentence. Could you please repeat it? I apologize.
Does it make sense to you because everything else you know about in the world has a beginning?
Yes.
Why are you making the assumption that the entire universe is going to follow the same rules as, like, you know, what our brains can perceive around us?
Just pragmatically, like it just like seems most I'm trying to find a word. I feel like pragmatic might not be it, but I'm trying to convey that the standard you basically see through everything is what I'm simply applying to that unknown, because it almost it's like the most reasonable thing I can go off of, right? Based on like what I know about the causal reality we live in. It just makes sense that there's like a start to it. But I don't deny, like you guys are saying, that it's not one that's like objectively empirical in any way.
That's right. You're hedging the end of your answers every time to kind of back away from the position. It's not, I don't know if it's genuine, but really quickly, I do need to thank Sparkling Glass Slipper for the super fan box up there. And if anybody's been wanting to join the team, there's from Sparkling Glass Slipper right there, a super fan box. One to claim.
Howdy. So, you're talking about this beginning. Why do you keep assuming there is one?
It just makes intuitive sense to me that there is one. It's not like I heard you say hedging. I just want to make sure that I get this across. I'm not saying that I know the answer. It's almost agnostic in a sense. It's just one that I think I'm inclined to think and to believe simply because it just makes intuitive sense in like a pragmatic way. It's not one I'm saying is astronomically higher in odds.
When you're saying it makes intuitive sense, what do you mean by that?
Well, I just see that that like the idea of infinite regression doesn't necessarily make sense unless there's like a definitive start. Now that start could not. I'm not saying that start is one that is. How do I say this? As in, like, whatever started our reality doesn't have to be the definitive end all of the beginning, and that itself could be caused. But I think that it makes sense that instead of infinite regression, there was a time where this causal chain actually started.
If you take away the assumption that there is a beginning, what is the problem with infinite regression?
It just doesn't make intuitive sense to me that it would just keep going on infinitely back in time. It's still a possibility, 110%, and it's not what I'm saying is like at a lower odds than what I'm saying. It's just one that doesn't make intuitive sense to me.
And this is based on like what, a linear time?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Regression. And this is based on linear time?
Yeah, in like a causal sense, yeah.
Why
Like
would it be
A-theory.
linear? Yeah.
Yes.
Why would it be only a theory of time?
I'm actually not too familiar with like B theory. Isn't it where it's like everything always just like is and there's like just change? If I'm understanding.
B theory of time means that every instance of time is happening at once.
Yeah, I couldn't say why that wouldn't be a possibility.
Does it make intuitive sense to you?
Not really.
Why not?
Because I feel a change in events, right? I grow, I know a past.
What makes you think that there's not a change of events within B theory?
Well, I see, like...
There's
that's what I
another...
mean.
I'm sorry. I was going to say there's another aspect to B theory in that it's the position of relativity within this change is how we perceive it. So that's, I think that's, kind of a crucial element of the concept.
I don't quite understand what you meant. Like, do you mean that, like...
It means that our perception is linear.
Correct.
But that, it in and of itself is not linear.
Well, do you mean, like, based on our speed? Like, how, if we were going way faster, our relative perception to what's happening around us would be slower?
So, it's based on the fact that, like, the way we see time unfolding, it seems to be in a linear progression of, event changing event. But in the entire encompassing value of B theory, they're all happening at once.
I don't see how that makes intuitive sense, right? Because if everything's happening at once, how are we experiencing this change through time, or at least through a interval?
Oh, good to see you, Dream Dawn. How you doing?
Hey-o. I was just a little confused. Are we talking about special relativity and, like, B theory of time?
We're questioning him about causation, if there needs to be a cause of the universe, and his understanding is because things are cause and effect and linear strictly in this fashion, then there must be something either at the beginning or outside of it that caused it.
But why can't it be turtles all the way down? Because you could just have a go on and on and on, In fact, if you think everything needs a creation point, then everything needs some time or then you get like an infinite chain of things, right? Because if I need something always prior, then the only answer is an infinite chain. Or you could do other weirder shapes, but chains are easy to think about.
I just want to say I agree that is a possibility, and it's one that isn't too far off of like the percentage at what I believe is most reasonable. It's just intuitively a cause makes someone more sense, and while it really wouldn't make a difference in practical use, I really do appreciate you guys for hammering the difference.
But the thing is that there is a beginning that something like started off. Then, what started that beginning?
Well, I would imagine that
infinite regress.
Well, so what I was gonna say is like, that start could be infinitely living or existing in some way, or whatever created that thing, or in it of itself is beyond time, as in never changing and just not linear in nature.
So we have either time itself and like this causal chain always existing, or it has a beginning and something that caused it to start always exists, and that one seems more intuitive than just the thing itself always existing.
To me, yeah, it does.
Why? Because in either case, you have something always existing. And in the first one, it's just the universe is always existing in some way, shape, or form. And in the second one, you're postulating a being or something to then start it. And so it's, why would you posit that?
Honestly, I'm kind of stumped right now because I'm like really thinking about it. And so what I was going to say is that it makes more intuitive sense that something exists that can cause essentially like matter and just energy to explode into the Big Bang and cause the universe. But then you're right that it would make more sense that just exists.
The Big Bang is not an explosion. The actual idea is that everything is moving away from everything else. Now, stuff that's close to electromagnetism and all that stuff, but when you look at distant galaxies, you'll see galaxy clusters, and while those galaxies are gravitationally bound, they aren't gravitationally bound to us, and because space, or the distance between everything, is increasing, those things are moving farther and farther away. And the idea is, well, if everything's moving farther away from everything else, then everything must have been closer together. And so if you wind the clock back, which you can do with the math, eventually you get high energy density everywhere. There's basically so much stuff everywhere, you predict a black hole everywhere. In essence, general relativity or the math breaks down, and so you need a better theory. So it's not that there was an explosion, it's that there was so much stuff everywhere that we couldn't calculate because it was too hot, too much stuff. And then eventually it cools down and starts to expand rapidly, and then the expansion slows down, and it's still going faster and faster. But yeah, Big Bang is just an expansion from a high energy state to a lower energy density state. Sorry.
Wait, so is it not actually like could you not quantify it as an explosion of like everything?
No, it's nothing like an explosion. Because
so explosions,
the idea is this:
are violent.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Dream.
So the idea is this: imagine you're standing on like a flat plane, and there's two balloons away from you some distance. Now you can draw a triangle connecting the two balloons and the balloons and you, right? Now, the idea is that if the distance between you is always expanding, then that triangle, all the sides are growing. And as they grow, the distance between you and the balloons increases, and the distance between the balloons between each other increases. Now, this happens for any 3 points in space, assuming they aren't bound by some other force. They'll get pushed further and further away. And that's the idea. You took these triangles, which you can connect everything with, you shrink their distances, and there's so much stuff per area, you predict a black hole. And there's 2 other predictions in cosmology. It's isotropy and homogeneity, which is basically just, if you look anywhere and you zoom out far enough, the universe kind of looks the same.
And whenever it comes to explosions are like a rapid heating, which causes the outward motion. And whenever it comes to the Big Bang, it's actually the cooling that causes the rapid expansion.
Okay, really interesting. I didn't know any of that. Thank you for educating me.
Think of it like when water freezes, it expands. So like if there's moisture inside of rocks, then once it freezes, it expands and it'll cause like a whole rock to split in half.
Yeah.
Are we talking about like explosions, or are we talking about... Sorry, I'm trying to learn the fucking circle of fifths again in the background.
Always doing 5 things at once, Nils.
So I would definitely recommend thinking more about that, because, like I said, in one case you have something always existing, which would be the universe, and then on your other hand, you have the universe having a beginning, and the thing that caused the beginning always exists. And it seems that we're adding something to something always existing in one case, when it doesn't seem necessary.
Yeah, just so I have it right, you're basically saying that like it's more reasonable to assume that everything just has existed than for something to have existed than to make the things that seemingly exist, right?
Honestly, the best take is just to be agnostic, but we're just trying to challenge you.
Right.
And it's like,
No,
hey,
I was there with you guys. I was there with you guys last time I came.
So what I'm saying is that I would question whether or not the assumption that something always existing causing something to exist seems less parsimony than the one of the thing always just existing.
Yeah,
I would question that assumption.
Yeah. By the way, I just wanted to say that I came across completely wrong. Like I'm still technically agnostic. I just wanted to express that I feel a little bit more inclined to think that there is a cause, not that it's like intelligent or that it's sentient in any way, but just the idea that there's like a first before everything seemed to be more intuitive. This now what you just said honestly does make more sense, because it just seems even more reasonable that the things just are, instead of something being without those things and then causing those things.
So you haven't ruled out natural causes. You're intuitively kind of thinking that there must have been a first cause, whether that's natural or whether that's intended, isn't really on your mind as much as you're gravitating towards there was something initially that started off the chain of events.
Yeah, just gravitating. It's not like I'm saying I believe in a way that if you held a gun to my head, I don't know if I can say that. I'm sorry if I can't. And I said that, like, what do you believe on this premise? I would say, I really don't know. but it might be one of these.
What would incline you to believe that there was a mind behind it?
No, I think it is like very presumptuous to say that there's a mind behind it. Like I don't. I would say it's more likely not sentient than sentient.
Okay. My question was though, what would incline you to believe that there was intention? Like what would you look for to determine? Okay, maybe there was an intended will behind that first cause.
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Cool. All right. I don't know is cool. Because I don't
I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't know. It's a great answer. Acis, I don't have any more questions for you. It sounds like you've got several questions to take away from this, and I hope that you keep asking questions.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you.
I'll be taking my leave. You guys have a fantastic night or day.
And got him. Mid-sentence. Appreciate you, Aziz, really. W's in the chat for Aziz. He can question his beliefs. He just wanted to bring us something to chew on. And chew you all did. Thank you guys so much. Rav. Good evening.
What's up, Long?
How you doing?
I feel like it's been years.
It's been like
4 days.
a week. Or less than a week, so.
Everything seems so consequential. Happy Passover.
Morning, everybody.
Oh, happy Passover. I saw you playing earlier, Everlasting.
Yeah. I just got to band rehearsal, so I figured I would just cam up so you can see the fancy little rehearsal space we have over there.
That's awesome. Hope you're having a good evening, Everlasting. And also, hello, Blake. We also gained a hammy. We filled up. That was,
I know, I'm feeling a little bit outnumbered.
right. Morgan was here and abandoned you.
Morgan needed sleep. It's okay.
Yes, she did. But
I'll say Tiny ran a... Oh, sorry, Thrayle.
No, go ahead.
Just that Tiny ran a very fun April Fool's live earlier. A March 32nd live, if you will.
I caught part of it, yeah.
And people were getting livid. And I love when people get riled up. Oh, man. It makes you feel alive.
You're fucking goofy.
It's so funny. People
The
get so bent out of
atheist
shape.
has no morals. I saw that,
Yeah.
Tiny. I thought about doing something April Foolish, and I workshopped it in my brain a little, and decided I'd rather just stay true to form. I mean, the face reveal this week has been enough.
Oh, he did, Everlasting. He did put it to some really funny music for a moment.
I had a feeling that's what was happening. I didn't, I obviously wasn't listening to what you guys were saying, but I heard you were having fun with it when I, went over to shut it off. I do want to know though, What was the song that he dubbed it to?
I couldn't tell you, but it was funny. W Hammy, Nice Galaxy.
Hell yeah. I've got the gentle patter of rain, but we have no guests in the queue, except, well, someone I know will not last on panel very long. Well, I mean, I don't think they're in the, I think they've been muted in the chat. We'll see if they're even in the queue anymore. There they are. Hello, Kevin. Can you remind us your age for TikTok TOS? Did you mean to request that, Kevin?
Is that me?
That's you, Kevin.
Oh shit. Okay. What?
Can
What do you
remind
want?
me your age for TikTok TOS?
Uh, 44.
Yeah, great. And do you have a belief in a god or gods, higher power, or anything like that?
No, I don't.
Okay.
What are we all talking about here? What is the conversation?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just going to set you down so you can get back to sleep. What are we talking about?
I'm so curious. How much did you invest? I just want to know, like, a vague number.
In what, Raph? Oh, in the lighting. Less than you think. Did he cut out, or was it me?
No, I cut out. My internet was being weird. The production value is fantastic.
Well, thank you.
It reminds me of the Grateful Dead music video, "Touch of Grey."
Interesting.
It reminds me of the lady from What Not to Wear.
I'm not sure if these are compliments, but I'm going to take them as that.
Y'all, I have like seen what goes into the production here. Like I know what the behind the scenes of this looks like, and I am just like giggling. He's done a great job. It's so.
I have shown some behind the scenes shots on the Discord. Not photos, but video.
Oh my god, I fucking remember it now. I remember the circle of fifths. Holy shit, it just took like an hour.
You didn't remember the circle of fifths?
Listen, it's been a long time since I've done anything music theory.
I don't remember the circle of fifths either, and now I feel terrible.
I just learned recently there are different degree setups for like, you know how it's like tonic, dominant, subdominant, then it's like super tonic, and then there's like something, 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 and then it's the other one.
I used to know in what is it? I forget what it's called when you take the first letter of every word and make a sentence out of it.
Every good word is a fudge face.
Anagram.
Yeah, one of those words.
Anagram.
Well, it's kind of the opposite. The anagrams where you mix up the letters of a word to make a new word.
Oh, yeah, acrostic.
It's like the opposite of an acronym, right?
Acrostic. Yeah.
So I used to have one of those I used in teaching for the circle of fifths, and I cannot remember it because it's been so long. But I still remember the circle of fifth. EB. I remember that, and then the flats. Or, yeah.
See, Everlasting has joined the Skeleton Club.
Yeah, I was showing off my own skeleton. It's been hanging outside on my garage for like years.